Hello Virgo. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, I have shuffled the cards and prepared them. Now you guys are going to be getting a bonus card because when I finished shuffling this deck, I actually had one fall out at the very end. So we'll shuffle those around. You guys have a card I have never seen before, so we'll have to see what that is all about. So you're going to be getting 4 cards from the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. You're going to be getting 2 from Doreen Virtue's Magical Messages from the Fairies and 1 from her Mermaids. And I think it's Dolphins deck as well. So outstanding. Let's shuffle these over just a little bit so you can see them. Okay, first card is Yin and Yang. Hopefully you can see that. I'm getting that a number of you have not had balance in a number of months. It's almost, I'm getting as though a number of you have just like completely thrown yourselves into work, not really taking time for yourself, not really taking time for yourself to go have fun, enjoy, not for your romantic life, not for your health, just totally been throwing yourself into work. For some of you, I get that you've been doing that to avoid emotional things. For some of you, I just get that you've been doing that because you've had no control over it. So you've really lacked the balance that you need for things to move forward. Now, for a large number of you, what I'm getting is the balance has been in your yin and your yang. So when you look at the 2 energies of balancing, you know, yang is more of the masculine. That's the, you know, logical side. That is the, you know, going out and the doing of things, and the yang. Whereas the yin energy, that's more the emotional, the intuitive energy. So what I'm getting is right now is really a time for you to tap into that intuitive side, the yin side, because I get that you've been so far off balance in that yang logical side, almost to where some of you have just been really overthinking things. Maybe you've been contemplating a change at work, or some of you a romantic partnership, and it's almost like you've just been spending so much time on the yang side, over analyzing, thinking things through a little bit too much, that you need to bring the balance back over to the other side. You need to actually pay attention to your emotions. It's okay to pay attention to your emotions and listen to your intuition, because I'm getting a lot of you have been getting a lot of intuitive nudges and information, and you're just not being open to that. So be open, be receptive, listen to that intuitive nudge, because you are pretty intuitive. Open up to that intuition, open up to those emotions, and actually, you know, be able to be there and listen to that and hear that, and then tap back into your yang to have some action then at that point. So funny that talking about your intuition, because we're going to get a little bit more information for you on that. You have Archangel Metatron, the 6th chakra. That is your 3rd eye chakra. So again, chakras are all energy systems, and your 3rd eye, that is what connects you to God. That's what connects you to the divine. That's where you get your intuitive information. That's where all the clairs, all the psychic capabilities come in. And I do get that you're going to start listening to your intuition, because I do get that it is opening up for you. It's just time to start listening, and in realistic day-to-day, how that's going to help you. Because over the past number of months, I get that you've been very unclear of what you want. There's been a lot of confusion surrounding the situation that you're facing. And again, for some of you, I get it's career. For some of you, I get it's romantic relationships. But I get that there's been a lot of confusion. You've just been surrounded by clouds of confusion. And what's going to happen is you're going to get greater clarity. So the clarity is going to come in, the clouds are going to clear, you're going to be able to see things from a new perspective. And for many of you, I get that that's going to lead to a new beginning. So as you've been, you know, overanalyzing, you're confused, I don't know what to do, I'm getting that you're going to get the clarity that you need to be able to make that decision and move forward on it. So, you know, as that clarity comes in, have a clear picture of what you want. Support that with positive thoughts, positive affirmations. And then, you know, as you have that clarity and that different perspective and perceptions, then act on it at that point. So, now this is a new card I have never seen. So you've got a girl there, she's all bound up. She's got some flowers, a butterfly, but she's like completely tied up. What I'm getting for a number of you is you've tied yourself up. You know how they were saying initially that, you know, you're off balance, that there's more of the yang, the, you know, logical overthinking side of things, the not tapping your emotional side. And you know how I'm getting that a number of you have just like thrown yourself into work because you're trying to dodge the emotional sides of life, and you're trying to dodge having to make a decision and move forward on something. So you have bound yourself up. So they're encouraging you to listen to that guidance that they're giving you, because I get that you're getting a lot of guidance. Listen to it. Get out of your own way, because I get that a lot of you, you're the only reason you're tied up. I'm getting that you've done it to yourself. You can be like the butterfly and escape that tight cocoon that you have put yourself in. So, and actually they want me to find the guidebook, because they actually have something here in the guidebook for you. So let's see what they've got. So all tied up. Lack of motion, and again, you guys are stuck still in a very stagnant, uncomfortable, unhappy place, I'm getting. And you're severely, and I do get it's you're severely stuck, and I get that it's in big areas. It's in deciding on a career, it's in deciding on a love partner, relationship, what to do. I mean, it's big things. And for a small number, it could be whether or not you're going to move. But I get that that's very small. I get the most of you, it's either romantic or career. And you've been struggling with it for a very, very long time, and you've got yourself bound up in a very uncomfortable, unhappy place. So what the book says is that, you know, whatever it is that's holding you up, the restrictions may feel quite oppressive, and they have for a while. If it's not technically the case for you, what's tying you up is your own personal stuff. So look at your life, see how you can be your own jailer. Are you tying yourself up among some emotional angst, some worries, some concerns, or do you have a negative habit that you need to deal with? Because if so, they're saying it's time to cut those vines, make some serious changes now, because you don't need to live in this self-imposed jail any longer. The last card, which fell out when shuffling, is Healer of the Ages, and you'll see in here it's got a picture of Jesus. Jesus, regardless of your religious affiliation, he is known as a tremendous spiritual teacher. He taught nothing but love. You'll see in here, so the healing energy comes from your heart, comes from unconditional love. And you'll see his heart's lit up. He's got the healing energy lighting up from his hands. What I'm getting for a number of you is you've had a pretty turbulent 6 to even 12 months. And I get during that time you've been going through tremendous healing. And the healing has been especially intense for most of you within the past 3 to 6 months. So what they're wanting you to know is they're congratulating you. They are congratulating you on all the healing that you've done, because you're now ready for that next step in your life. You just need to unbind yourself, because the only thing that's holding you back is you. Because Jesus and the angels, they've already come in, they've healed you. They've healed your past hurts, they've healed your worries, they've healed your concerns. Some of you have had, financial constraints and worries as well. They've healed that. Jesus has removed all the blocks. You have a completely clear path now. I'm just getting that you need to untie yourself, unbind yourself, and it's something that you have done in your own thinking. And I do get for most of you, it's something that you've done because of emotions. It's an emotional thing that you've tied yourself up for. And it's time to let yourself be free, because you are healed. You are ready to move forward if you can let that go. Okay, next card we have is New Home. If you read the bottom, it says moving is a step in the right direction for you. Now, this card, in its straightforward meaning, is obviously moving, but I'm not getting that that's the meaning for you. What I'm getting that this is trying to tell you is, so all this healing that you've been going through the past number of months, what it has done is it has healed. So we have, foundation. You have your financial foundation. You have your home foundation, which is your spouse, your family, your home. Home is where the heart is. And what I'm getting is, because of all the changes that you've undergone, if you're able to untie yourself, unbind yourself, you will have a new home. So the healing in your home and that foundation of love, family, will be healed. So for those of you that are single, say you've been contemplating for a while in a relationship, overanalyzing it, not sure what to do, tied yourself up because you're terrified you're going to get burned and hurt again. Meanwhile, while you're going through all this, Jesus has been working and healing you. If you're able to let those bounds, those things that are holding you back, cut those ties and all those ropes, then you're going to find that love that you desire. I get a number of you want to start a family, but you're holding yourself back. So if you can step out of your own way, step into the healing, the cleared path that God and Jesus and the angels have prepared for you, you're going to find that love. You're going to start that family that you desire. You're going to have a new home, a new bliss, which is what I'm getting a number of you truly deep down desire and want. So that's very good news. It's actually really good reading. Everything is set for you to step into your desires. Next card is walk away. When you read the bottom of it, hopefully it'll zoom in. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. So I'm getting for some of you, this is like addictions. So I'm getting that some of you, what's tied you up. So a majority of you, I get you're tied up because of emotions. But there's a small number of you that are tied up because of an unhealthy habit. And I get that that's an unhealthy addiction. It's drugs or alcohol, but there's an unhealthy habit that you have that's hurting you physically and emotionally, and it's blocking you from having your dreams come true. So step away from that. And for another small group of you that are in the relationship, you know, you want to get married, you want to have that family life, that blissful home, you really desire that, but you're holding on to someone that's not good for you. You've gotten a lot of intuitive nudges and signs for a very long time to let that person go. They are not good for you. It's time for you to step forward. You even overanalyze it. And they're saying those of you, those of you that are in that situation, you know that it's you and you know who it is. They say let that person go. Because between that person, or for those of you with addictions, and tying yourself up, you're keeping yourself from finding your bliss and finding your happiness, which you really do want, and they have ready for you. They say that they have prepared your home. They have prepared your place. They have everything prepared and ready for you. Just step away from that which does not serve you, be it an addiction, be it a person. Let yourself be free and step into your dreams. Final card is make a decision. And if you can read the bottom of it, it says feeling stuck or indecisive. Listen to your intuition and make a decision. So, and again, I get that this is coming back to, again, you are keeping yourself stuck. And I get that it's based on fear. For most of you, I get that it's based on fear. Fear, I get majority of you, it's got a romantic tie. You are afraid of getting hurt again, so you're staying stuck. For some of you, a small portion, it's you're looking at a new position, you're afraid you're going to fail in the new position. So you are emotionally tied up and bound, stuck in one spot. And then for some of you, I get that it's an addiction that's got you stuck because you're afraid to leave that. You're afraid, what will my life be like without, drinking every night? What will my life be like without those drugs? Am I going to be able to get by okay? You'll be able to get by perfectly. But you need to make the decision to let that person go, let that addiction go. Untie yourself from those ties, those cords, those chains that have you weighed down so that you can move forward into your bliss. And it's actually a lovely card when you look in there. They're swimming, they've got flowers, tropics, palm trees. And I am going to go ahead and find the guidebook because it is a new deck. And I'm going to read this out of the guidebook for you. Okay, sometimes life feels as if it's an impasse while we wait for heaven's next instruction. By drawing this card, however, heaven asks, what do you want? Sometimes the universe asks us to be the decision maker, and this is one of those times. Instead of passively allowing life to push you around like a canoe without oars, you're counseled to take charge and set your own course. Know that heaven gives you all the resources you need to pull yourself out of any situation as long as you make a firm, clear decision. Your decisiveness is the catalyst for heaven to clear the way for your manifestation, letting go of all fears or worries and focus only on the destination you intend to reach. Enjoy the journey along the way. So I think this is a really good reading. I mean, there there are wonderful blessings awaiting you. So I wish you the very best. Thank you to everyone for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I love your comments and your feedback you send my way. I love hearing how these readings help you, filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.